afternoon, welcome to Hunky Dory TV and day 2 of our amazing HunkydoryFest 2025. We are having 5 days of amazing festival fun and double the amount of shows, so we wouldn't normally be here now, so we hope you are enjoying them all. This is your ticket to get all of the backstage gossip and information and all of our latest product launches. But I'm not on my own. Joining us this afternoon is Jess. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I haven't said morning yet.
No.
I just kept shouting afternoon before the camera started rolling. You okay?
Yeah, good.
And in the demonstration corner, we have got the lovely Natalie.
Good morning, Oh no!
Oh!
No! Oh!
It
I was
just
trying
rolled
so
off the tongue.
much. I was trying so much to not say that as well. Good afternoon, everyone.
So we have got some fabulous demos lined up for you today. But before we get into that, we need to tell you what freebies you're getting.
We do.
So if you place an order during our Hunky Dory Fest, you are going to receive one of these amazing Hunky Dory Fest lanyards. That's upside down, isn't it? There we go. Perfect for your ID badges. You could put keys on here as well, couldn't you? Perfect to wear for the office. So you get that in our gorgeous Hunky Dory purple. Not only that, you are also getting, while stocks last, the bunting topper sheet. So all of these are already die cut. You can just pop them out. They've got holes already put in them, so you could put string in them or ribbon, maybe in your craft room for a party you're having, or maybe you want to use them on the fronts of cards, especially with that sent with love. All you need is love. Perfect. You could also back to back them, couldn't you, as well?
You could.
Lots of different ways that you can use these. So place an order this week and you will get your bunting topper sheet and that free Hunky Dory lanyard whilst stocks last. You also get, we just keep giving things away, there are some free digit downloads. You just need to go onto the Hunky Dory hub and access those. We had those earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, they were on yesterday.
Oh, and they were on yesterday's shows. It's these, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's these passes that you can get. So one of them says your VIP pass and one says Hunky Dory Fest. There's also an amazing alphabet that you can print out, and obviously because you can print it as many times as you want, you've got all names covered, all sentiments. So do make sure you check out the Hunky Dory website and get those downloaded. There's more. 5 launches this week and new festival discounts are added throughout the week, and each day or each show we add in goodies. Each show we are adding a product from that show to a craft trolley, and we will be giving that away to one lucky person. So Jess, Lisa, Kelly are keeping a tally of how much that comes to, and do we get to choose? So we can choose what we put in there this afternoon. Just a reminder, the festival is running, all of the offers and deals, till Sunday the 15th of June at midnight. So if there is something you want, make sure you get that order in before then. And before we have a look at the products on today's show, let's have a look at our Win It Weekly. How nice is this? I haven't got one of these.
Well, you won't be able to get one because that's probably the only one left in the building.
Oh, okay then. So one lucky person. Oh no, 2. We must have 2. 2 lucky people are going to win this festival bundle. You are getting the tote bag. You are getting the Floral Melodies little book. So within that you have got 120 pages within there. You are also getting the gorgeous cute camera stamp there. It's stunning, and you can see on the back how lovely that looks coloured in, and the sentiment, isn't it? You make me smile, suitable for all occasions. You are also getting why we put these in, the Sheriff's hat and boot die set. A lovely, really large die, isn't it, for those? You are then getting not 1 but 2 of our For the Love of masks. So you get those sunny fields and that gorgeous patchwork one as well. 2 masks, and that's not all. And then lastly, 20 sheets of our rainbow finish, adorable, scoreable. Look at the shine on there, and you can see all of the different colours that you are going to get in. Worth £65.95. 2 lucky winners. All you need to do is like, share and comment the answer to the following question. Which music artist holds the record for the highest attendance at a festival? Is it A, Michael Jackson, B, Rod Stewart, or C, Lady Gaga? Make sure you like, share and comment your answers. I've seen quite a few of the same answer in the chat as well. I wasn't sure of the answer, but I think there's a lot of people in the chat that I think do know.
It's got to be the one that we think it is.
Yes, definitely. So make sure you do that to be in with a chance of winning. But now we're going to have a look at our headliner act. So we hope you all caught the show this morning with Stacey and the amazing craft wire handbook. This is volume 3, the ultimate collection. So not only are you getting the handbook, you are also getting 45 meters of craft wire. So you are getting all of your essentials, so your gold, your silver, your bronze and your black in there. You are then getting your festive, so your purples, greens, your red and your blues, and then lastly your pastels in there. So 45 meters of craft wire, the handbook, all for that amazing price of £16.96. And don't forget, you could always go back and watch other shows that we've done using the craft wire, including this morning's show. But if you just fancy trying something new, maybe you've not tried this before, I think for less than £20 for like a new hobby, isn't it? And there's lots of ideas in there that if you make for craft fairs or you want to gift nice handmade items to people, this is definitely something that you should consider. So £16.96, saving you. Is that the right price? It's all right, my card says something different.
That's the wrong price, isn't it? Which is the wrong price?
There's running order.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's
right on the screen, yeah.
Well, that's good because it was £13 more on my card. That's why I questioned it. So grab it while you can at that amazing price of £16.96. Absolutely love the craft wire. But coming up in today's show, we have got a deluxe craft pad for the gents. This is perfect. You've got an amazing 20 sheets in this A4 pads. And if you are new to Deluxe Craft Pads, it's basically everything you need in an A4 pad. You can see how easy they are to store in your craft room, maybe on a bookshelf. But you are getting within here your topper sheets. All are foiled and die cut, ready to go.
Look at that price though. This is a brand new today.
A brand new launch, and we all, I know,
£8.99. It's
crazy. So saving £6 on this, and you can see it is everything that you would expect from our topper sheets. You've got the gorgeous foiling on there, the border strips, lots of different sentiments. But I think even within that sheet, there's at least 3 cards that you could make with that. Lots of different sort of themes. So you've got the chess pieces there, the playing cards, maybe the beer and the burger is more suitable, or those beers. And then you've got, let's pull this in closer, you've got those sort of walking, hiking, trying to get the foiling right, and then the sort of the garden shed. So lots of different sort of pastimes and hobbies catered for in here as well.
I like how it's not like specific to, say, like when we normally do a men's collection, it can be quite like sports focused.
Yes, definitely.
Like I think this has got a really nice mix of like more of the quirkier sort of themes that we don't normally touch on in like male collections.
And also ones that would be suitable not just for birthdays, isn't it? So sort of that globe at the top, maybe someone's going off travelling or they've got a new adventure. Lots and lots of different occasions covered here. And then you have got the gorgeous cardstock that matches. Look at the foiling, the colours in here. This looks absolutely amazing if you fussy cut
so
around there. We have
in.
got some card samples that we can show you as well. I love that one as well. We can just see the foiling, can't you, catching the light on there. You could fussy cut around those.
This is such a cool image.
And I think this one is suitable for all ages, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got the beers and the burgers, but then you've got the walking, you've got the cameras.
It's an all-rounder, really.
Definitely the gardening in there as well. And all those different colour tones within here. You've got the greens and the blues in here. Oh, I love record player. That's perfect for a festival, isn't it? And then you've got the playing cards there. So you get in your toppers, you are getting your card stock, and then you are going to get your inserts as well. So like I say, it's like an all-in-one, isn't it?
Yeah.
If maybe you are new to card making.
I think it's great for like craft groups, crafting with kids.
Definitely.
Crafting like when you go away for the weekend as well. Just pop a couple of these in your tote bag. Your trimmer, some adhesives. That's all you need. All you need.
Perfect as well to work with things, you know, like the layout library.
Yes.
These are just perfect because you've got everything there as well. Let's have a look at some of the samples because I think that is when it really shows you what you can do with them.
Look at that one.
So I love how that one has been fussy cut around there.
It's so
You can
cool.
see. So creating that card blank using the card stock. And all the different sizes that you can make, isn't it? Of cards and the different styles.
That's the same like image and it looks completely different.
Totally different cards. Oh, look at this one.
Nice.
Can you see the acetate on the just coming along there as well? So again, just all so different. A note to say.
Cute.
To anyone who's into their photography. Another one using that cardstock as a card blank, but done as sort of
I love that.
like a Z fold. That's and then fussy cut those elements on the front as well. But how perfectly does that topper just fit in the background there as well, with your sentiment on there. Then we've got one using the walking themes or the hiking.
I do like that.
And it just all works
so
perfectly
nice,
together, doesn't it? You can see the foiling there of those footprints. Oh, here's the one. Oh, there's a ribbon there. So you can see, just hold.
So good.
So you can see fussy cutting around those and putting them onto a stepper card. Top man sentiment on there. And then lastly,
oh, I like that one too.
stunning, isn't it, with the acetate on there, and again fussy cutting around there and adding those gorgeous tag sentiment on there as well. So lots and lots of different card styles and card sizes that you can make with this brand new Deluxe Craft Pad for the gents. $8.99. You are saving £6 on this, and don't forget, if you order this, you will get your lanyard and the bunting placed in your order as well. You don't need to do anything, they will just be automatically added. So I think we should go over to Nat for a demo.
Are you ready?
Definitely.
So I'm going to use that outdoorsy one because everyone knows how much I love hiking and walking. So I've got my cardstock, and we're actually going to do like a fancy fold with this one. So I am going to start by cutting all of my panels down. Now I need 4, which are 2 inches wide. So 1, 2, 3, and I think I'll just fit this one in. 4. And then we are just going to trim these down to be 7 3/4. So just going to take that, just trim off that little excess there, and do the same with this one. So 7 3/4 on all of those, and then we're going to see what size this panel is that we've got remaining. It is 4 1/4. So what I want to do is I want to make one of them that is a square that has this design on. So I think I'm just going to go to the top of the mountains here, and then I'm going to try and trim that down. But I am going to try and use these two again together. So although it looks like it doesn't work, we're going to try and piece it together when we do our next panel. So let me just make sure, how much more do we need of this one? It's probably, if I just trim that down, I need about 1 inch on there, so I can just...
A really good comment on here as well from Susan, saying it's perfect for a granddaughter's Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
So, although it's called for the gents, I think...
Yeah, there's loads
Yeah,
of,
definitely. Lots of
designs
imagery
here
in
that
there.
aren't super specific. So let's see where that's looking. I want it to be just under, so I'm just trying to take tiny little bits off from the top and bottom here, because I want that compass to sort of stay on the design, but I want it to fit within that space as well. So it might just be a little bit too big. We'll see where we get to, because I am going to sort of cover that bit up anyway. So for the next bit, you want 2 pieces of gold mirror. I've got one that is 10 by 8 and then the other one which is 8 by 4, and we're going to start off with the larger piece, and I'm just going to score this at 2.5, 5 and at 7.5, so that will give me 3 panels here. So I'm just going to fold them out, so you've got like a mountain and valley fold on here, so it looks like this, and then our other piece is going to just be scored at 4, and then that is just going to be folded in half as well. So I'm going to grab my panels now, and we can start to stick these down. Now I'm going to go in with my boots sheets first of all, and we're just going to go and stick these across. Now it doesn't really matter which way they go. If you want to sort of like follow the direction that you cut them out of, you absolutely can do, but it is completely down to you. And then doing it this way, oh, I don't think I've cut enough off the tops. That's okay, we might, is it going to annoy me? I'm trying to think. It's probably going to annoy me because it's going to be thicker.
A lovely comment, sorry, from Michelle, just saying regarding this morning's show, definitely worth a rewatch. Stacey's demos and tips were fab. Her last demo had me speechless. So definitely, if you're interested in the craft wire bundle, definitely go back and watch.
So it's such a good collection, and it's like, I just think it's fantastic because you can take your craft wire and you can create such a lovely little business, which is completely different from anything else when it comes to card making. So I do think it's really nice. So let's stick these on here now. That's going to give us a really nice thick gold edge on all of our panels. If you wanted to make this a bit thinner, you could go in with like some of your green Adorable Scorable to bring in the other green colours from the toppers that we're going to use. But we're going to keep it quite chunky with the borders that we've got on here. So we're going to have 4 panels that look like this. And then I'm going to grab this piece here and I'm going to stick this image onto this side here. So we're going to go in like that, and then like I said, this panel here is kind of only going to be half of the card because we are going to use a topper. So I think I'm not going to bring these in, and I'm going to pop this on, and I'm going to have this sort of come in this way around. So just making sure that you've got that sort of like nice edge on all of those corners, and then we can grab our toppers. We've got this topper here, we've got this big topper up here, which we might use all of it, we might just use some of it, and then we've also got your little sort of like button toppers. So we've got with you every step of the way. There's also all the best, have a wonderful day. So let's grab these now. I think what I'm going to do is use this one on here. Maybe put that one on. Don't want to cover it all up, and we do have a bit of space. So let's put the 2 panels together to sort of build the card, and then we'll be able to look at how much space we've actually got. So what you want to do is you want to fold up this piece here, and then we're going to pop this on like this. Obviously you're going to have a little bit of space, so what you want to do is you want to be able to fold it properly, so kind of like open and close it with just sort of like your fingers there to make sure that you can like flatten it down and then bring it back up. And then once you've sort of made this, it is going to fit into your A5 card blank as well. So you might want to start by holding it here. This is how I did it before. I stretched it so it folded over one way, and then I sort of bring it up onto my grid. Make sure it's lined up with the sort of like the markings on here. And then what I did was I pulled it out, went in with my tape, stuck that side down, and I flipped it over, made sure that that was where I wanted it to be. Go with your tape again. Of course you can use red lining tape if you want to. I'm just making sure we've got lots of tape on there, and then that will fold out onto there, so you've got this gorgeous card shape showing now. And then this is where we can add our toppers to this page, because obviously now we've got more space, we can kind of like see what we can work with in terms of this design. So I think I am going to stick this onto here, and I think as well with my positioning, what I might be able to do is pop this on here and still stick this on top, but you're not going to really be able to see as much of that gap as you think. So let's go in with foam pads. We'll use our strips.
I love the idea of using your gold mirror as well to create the card blank, because then it's one less matte layer you need to do, isn't it? You've already got that there.
So let's pop this on here. I'm going to go around a bit more on this side. It just means that you've got more cardstock to work with as well, for sort of like when you are want to do like fancy folds. You can definitely get a lot more out of the designs.
And this is perfect because that panel you've added on, it could be any size, couldn't it?
Yeah.
You could go larger with that depending on the size of the toppers, but perfect if you've got two images that you want to use together,
or like
isn't
two
it?
toppers as well that you want to put on. Because you could have one topper on this side, and then we can add another one onto the other side as well. Let's go in with foam pads now for this. I'm just going to pop those all the way across the top, although I'm thinking now I should have been a little bit more careful with that top one, but we will see. That is going to sit in the middle here. No, you can't see it. So now you've got that topper on one side, you've got that design, you've got that image coming through as well of the guy sort of hiking. I'm going to add this one, so it's kind of like coming underneath here at the bottom as well, so we can still see that image, but because if we put it here, we're going to cover up this whole design here, and I really want you to be able to see the foiling on that one. So I'll pop this on the edge here, and then we will add our sentiment as well. Again, just being careful to add my foam pads onto the side where it's going to sit. So I'm just bring that in, making sure I've got that nice edging of my black on there. And then we do have this one that says with you every step of the way. So I'm going to add that probably across that section. So I'm going with another little bit of foam and actually pop it on my frame, so I know it's going to be stuck where I want it to go. And then we'll pop this other little button topper up here, so that can go up there on the edge. And then the only thing that you might want to add is gemstones, or your stud gemstones. I've got some of those in here. They're going to work really nicely because this is more of a masculine collection. And I'm going to go in with our medium, or the smallest ones, because you do actually only get, no, you do get 3 sizes in here, don't you? I always think you don't get 3. We're going to go in with that smallest size. I'm going to do 3 on here and 3 on this side as well, and that's really going to just add to the foil designs that we have along here. So there we go. And then you've got that card.
Absolutely love that. There's going to be so many people trying out that card design now.
Fold it up and pop it in an A5 envelope as well.
absolutely gorgeous, and it's so striking, isn't it? All the different
yeah, all the different layers
and the amount
the
for a small card that you can get into an envelope, the amount that you can put on it, in terms of toppers and sentiments. Thank you, everyone loved that. Loving this demo. Thanks for the idea, Fab Card. I'm sure there's going to be lots of you trying that style of card out. So the second part of the show, we are kind of handing over control, aren't we, a little bit?
It's, you know, it's festival. We want you to be having
fun
too.
Yeah, we want you to be involved. So for Natalie's second demonstration, we want you to let Natalie know which Deluxe Craft Pad you would like her to use for her second demonstration.
We'll go with the top two. So the first one we can do in the second part of the show.
Okay.
And then we'll use the second one for the last.
Okay, perfect. So just add in the comments which of the Deluxe Craft Pads you would like to see Natalie using in those demonstrations, and we will let her know before she starts. Next up, we have got lots of adhesive offers to share with you. First up, we have got foam pad mega buys. Now, any crafter knows the amount of foam pads that you will get through.
It's quite crazy.
It is,
really?
yeah. I think we've been to the warehouse twice this morning already. You are currently saving 50% on these bundles. Should be £16, but you are getting them for £8. So within the first one, you are getting 1 millimetre strips, 2 sizes, and 8 of each within there. So if you are somebody who likes the strips, that is definitely one for you. The next one, we have got the 1 mil, the large squares and rectangles. Again, 8 sheets of each. So 16 sheets for £8.
Yeah.
So it's 50 pence. Yeah. This is a mix of those in the large again. And then lastly, the strips. I think they're the same, aren't they?
They're the 2 mil ones.
Oh, these are 2 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you can choose a mixture.
So 1 mil or 2 mil. Yeah. So you've got your strips, your rectangles, your squares. So make sure you check out the foam pad mega buys. So they're the bundles. Should be £16, but you are saving 50%, just £8 during our Hunky Dory Fest. Next up, another one that we just use all the time. You have got your low tack tape stack. I still need to practice saying that quicker. You are getting 5 different rolls, 10 meters on each, and you will see they are 5 different widths. So you've got the smallest one here with the stitch detail, then the one that's got hunky dory on, and then they go up in size. So perfect for holding down your dies when you are die cutting. Perfect if you've got masks to mask off areas on those. Just
really cool stripe backgrounds as well
with your inks. Yeah, so just something that you need in your craft room, isn't it?
Definitely.
If you haven't already got that, should be £9.99, currently just £5.99 during this week. Next up, we have got your finger lift tape bundle. So you are getting 10 rolls of double-sided tape. That is 33 meters per roll.
Yeah.
Times 10.
330.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
For £8.75.
Such a good deal.
That is a bargain. So should be £17.50. Again, it's one of those things that we need in our craft room all the time. 330 meters of finger lift tape for just £8.75. So definitely the time to be stocking up on all of these. And then lastly, we have got, oh, let me grab that one, your craft glue pen. So you are get 6 of these. 6 of these should be £11.94, just £5.97.
That's less than £1 a pen.
Look, that's just,
it's crazy.
And you can see there you can use it on lots of different surfaces, including paper, wood and fabric. You've really got that sort of fine nib to it as well. So if you've got your more delicate die cuts and things like that, these are going to be perfect as well. 6 in total for just £5.97. So less than £1 for a glue pen. Next up In fact, that is the adhesives. We need to go through and have a look at some of the Deluxe Craft Pads
We do.
that people
There's
have
so
mentioned.
many.
Oh, there's a lot. Right, okay. So we've got Butterflies, Golden Oldies, Steampunk, Puppy Love and Butterfly Dance, Clockwork Emporium, Nautical Moments,
Oh my gosh, there's so
Hobbies
many.
for Him,
Jess, you're
Nautical,
gonna have to choose one.
Nautical,
Is there a lot of nauticals?
Puppy Love.
Full of nautical and golden oldies.
Yeah.
Should we do the nautical?
Yeah, let's do nautical.
Do we
I
do
do like the
Nautical?
nautical
I love
one.
that one.
It's so pretty, isn't it? So this is your nautical pad, and it's really nice because it's matastic, so you can do some really fun things with them. And I just like the style of the artwork in here as well. I love the designs that we've got. Love this stripy image here as well. When I'm choosing what to do, I do often like to look at my different like cardstocks and the styles of my cardstocks and think about how I could use them. That's a really nice one, isn't it? And then sometimes it's
I
nice
love
to
that
refer
one
to
as
the
well,
backs
yeah.
as well, because you can see which cardstocks are designed to go with like which images in here, so that can be really helpful sometimes. I think I'm going to go with the lighthouse, and we might do a Z fold with that.
Oh, nice. Just a reminder to everyone, the Deluxe Craft Pads are currently on offer. You are saving £6 on each one. Should be $14.99, but you are getting any of those Deluxe Craft Pads for just £8.99.
I love the messages in here as well. No, this one sentiment says, no matter how far apart you may be, you'll forever be close to my heart. So cute. I'm going to take this image as well, and then I think I might use the seagull. Let's take that, and then we'll see where we get to. And I'm definitely going to get the cardstock that matches this. So it is this one. It's absolutely gorgeous.
What you can do with this as well is just attach a cellophane bag to the back of it, can't you?
Yeah.
So if you do take your toppers out with sentiments and decide not to use them,
You can
you can just store them
add them back
safely. Yeah.
I'm going to take this and get the coordinating.
Anne Richards has just looked it up. 330 metres is 1,082 feet
Ooh, it's a lot.
of tape.
It's a
That
lot
is
of
good.
tape. I am going to be a little bit tricksy and do some fussy cutting. Now, I did change this blade, but I also did cut it, so I'm going to do this border. We're going to fussy cut this out because I'm going to bring this a little bit further down onto my card. And I do think that this is a fairly easy design to fussy cut, really. So let's just go around here. I am being a little bit more delicate with this one because I know that my blade in this knife isn't the best. Do you know what? I feel like I have some spares there.
You got one?
I do. I've got a pack. We're rationing these though now.
I was going to say, don't let everyone know you've got spares.
I feel like you have to, like, for every one you take out, you need to put the other one back in just in case of an emergency. That you might need that one, and that might be better than the one that you've got out. So let me pop this in, because the top rule of any fussy cutting is to make sure that your blade is nice and sharp, because that is how you're going to get the best sort of finish with this, especially with this one, because you are cutting into the mirror, so it just glides through that cardstock a little bit better. So let's just go on here, around here, and then we carry on.
It's nice to see the process though, isn't it, of how you choose what to use on a card. Like you say, whether you go to the toppers first or whether you go to the cardstock and sort of
and now I love
work
this
out the
cardstock,
shape.
so I definitely think that I was drawn to the cardstock before the topper, and I do love the nautical stripes too, so that is something where I was like, yeah, I want to do this. So it takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely going to be
definitely worth it,
in the
yeah.
end.
And some of the amount of foiling on some of the other sheets of cardstock in that pad as well.
And the accent foiling too, like the little sort of like hints on the toppers of the shells, and like on this one, that big shell in the corner. It's so pretty, and I just love the way that they look on your cards. So I want to try and make sure I can get all of this in. I'm going to go along here, and I think we're going to do an 8x6 fold back. I think I might have to do, because I want to use all of it, but what we might do is maybe trim it down a little bit. So that is now mostly cut away from here. What you might want to do is just take your craft knife around some of the areas just to help loosen it from the sheet as well. But we can just take that whole area from our sheet now. Let's see how much we've got left when we've taken that piece out. Is it gonna just, might have to do a 7x5 just because of the way that the cardstock is on here. Now the worst thing about this is that I am gonna have to put this down. Oh, I really don't want to do it. Let's take a little bit off here. So I'm going to go to the edge of my lighthouse just so I've got as much as that on as possible. And then how much of this am I going to have to take off? Oh, it's not that much, to be fair. Not that much. So I can just trim that bit off there, and then we can, I need to trim this as well. So you want this to be 10. And then I'll bring in my scoreboard again. And I do love, and I have, I did bring in some of the Miri before for that first demo. But I love that you don't need to use like card blanks for this if you don't want to.
No,
like you can solely make the cards
from the pad, isn't it? Yeah.
The pad and the kit, because it is just perfect. So I'm going to pop my scores in, make sure that that is lovely and burnished. So we've got one at 2.5 and one at 5, and then I'm going to flip this over. And we are going to do it at 5, and then we're going to do it at 7.5, so they fit on the different ways. And then that is going to give you that Z fold with this gorgeous border on. And I'm actually going to bring it down so it sits a little bit further on the cardstock. Let's get our topper, because I'm not sure if I want to tuck this underneath the sort of frilled, it's like a curtain really, isn't it? Almost. Yeah,
one of those, you know, that comes over a cafe when you're outside.
Yeah. So I'll take this little section out, and then this I want to have on here. So if I pop that on there, and then add this underneath, and then we can add our topper over the top.
Oh, that looks good, yeah.
So I'll go in with my dotted tape runner, and I know I need to do this at like half way around. This is my straight tape runner actually, because it's I think it's thick enough that you can get away with that. So I'll pop this down onto here first of all, just sort of sit that across the card. It is going a little bit more to this side, but of course we're going to lift that out, so you're still going to be able to see that full lighthouse there in the background. And then with this, I think now I'm going to stick it over the top. What I might do as well to help out is add it onto some foam pads. So I'll get my thicker strips. Now these are just the 2mm ones, and I know I can pop it the whole way across here. So I'm going to stick that down and trim that. And then on this side as well, what we can do is if I stick, I know that it wants to be about the top of here, so if I just pop that on there and trim that down, then that will be enough. So I can just stick this in line on there, and I can lift it out, bring this in. You can always flatten it out as well if you find it easier to like make sure that these elements are straight. It's also going to help with sort of like bringing it all together. And I think for a little bit of help just on the edge here, I might need to go with my thinner foam pads for that. I'm just going to stick a little bit of foam to this panel here So just on the edge of my topper frame, because then I can stick that directly onto this little Z fold, and it's just going to hold its shape a little bit better, especially because this bit's quite loose. Now it's not as loose as it was before. So we'll go in with this on the front of your card, and I'm just again going to stick my foam pads onto this side because I know that that's where it's going to meet, and I'm going to double them up so it stands quite nice and proud off the top of there as well. So we'll pop this in the middle, all of that, and then
That's gorgeous,
I'm going to go in with, you're not always going to be able to see it, but I'm going to pop my little seagull and my sentiment across here as well, so you've got that sort of like doubled up look, and then this can go on the front. So let's go in with our foam pads for this.
So within each of the Deluxe Craft Pads, you're going to get 4 foiled and die cut topper sheets, 4 foiled cardstock, 4 printed cardstock, and then your 8 luxury card inserts as well.
I do think this is the lowest ever price that these have been to.
Yeah.
As well, being this price, it is an exceptionally good deal.
It'd be such a good challenge, though, wouldn't it, to get one and just to see how many cards you can make just using the pad and some glue. Yeah.
Because I bet you'd be able to do a lot of card makes with this one. Obviously, they all say a minimum of 8 cards, but that's just if you're using each sheet of cardstock as like a whole. But then if you think about bringing in like your stash, so bringing in Miri, bringing in card blanks, and cutting into your cardstock as well, you can make so much more. And
doing different size cards, doesn't it, to have a think about like your DL cards, isn't it, that maybe don't use up as much cardstock as well.
I think I'm going to be, with the look of the sort of like striped colours on here, I'm going to do my gemstones on this bit here, and I'm going to do like alternates. So I'm going to go for gold and yellow because of course we've got the white in there, but we don't have any white gemstones. That might be an idea actually. A white gemstone.
That would be useful.
So let's just do 3. I was going to do 4, but I think 3 is always the best number. And there you go.
Absolutely gorgeous. I love how sort of the imagery on the back of the cardstock sort of mirrors that on the topper as well, isn't it? And I love the fussy cutting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another amazing card. Thank you. Next up, we have got a recap of our Win It Weekly. So you are going to win. Let me grab the prize. 2 lucky winners are going to win one of our Hunky Dory tote bags. You are also going to get your Floral Melodies little book. Your For the Love of stamp set, that camera there, sentiment. You are going to get your Sunny Fields and your pretty patchwork pattern masks. This is such a good prize, isn't it? Your Sheriff's Hat and Boot die set. And then last but not least is your Rainbow Finish Adorable Scoreable 20 sheets within there, worth a whopping £65.95. 2 lucky winners will be announced on Friday. All you need to do is like, share and comment the answer to the following question. Which music artist holds the record for the highest attendance at a festival? Is it A, Michael Jackson, B, Rod Stewart, or C, Lady Gaga? Lots of answers already in the chat, which is good. So make sure you get your answers in before Friday's show. We've talked about them during that demonstration with Natalie. We are going to take a look at the Deluxe Craft Pads. You could see them on the screen. They are currently on offer. You are saving £6 on each one. You could see the amount that you get within them. This is just a selection. I think Natalie's got more on her desk there because she wanted to bring them all in. But you can see on the reverse there, so you are getting your 4 topper sheets, your 4 foiled cardstock, your 4 printed cardstock, and then your 8 luxury card inserts, all with foiling on. So this is your rich gold foil with your Forever Florals Wild Flowers. We've then got that one that Natalie has just used, the Nautical Moments. We've also got Swan Lakes. These are some of our newest releases as well. 71 individual elements within here. You've then got in the countryside.
Very cute.
Again with that rich gold foiling. Next up, this was quite a popular one that people were asking for.
Popular.
Your puppy love. Let's have a look at some of them, just because I know a few people mentioned it in the comments.
So many toppers.
Look how gorgeous that is. Do you know these would look brilliant on that first card you did? You could do 2 of those panels, couldn't you, and add those on there. You can just see. Look at the amount of toppers that you are getting within there.
There's just so much included.
Gorgeous.
It's crazy.
And that's crying out for a triple easel, isn't it? Yeah. So that is your puppy love. And then the last one, we've got another really popular one with everyone, was your golden oldies as well. So again, all of those characters that we know and love within there.
Great.
I mean, look at that. We couldn't have added anything more onto here. You can even use these areas here for sort of border strips, can't you, as well? Lots of different shape toppers within these and sizes. So that is your golden oldies. So all Deluxe Craft Pads, if you check them out on the website, currently £8.99. And if you do get one, and let us know how many cards you make with it, because I'd love to know what the record would be for doing that as well. Lastly, we have got the launch of our Gents Deluxe Craft Pad for the gents. So this is a brand new launch today, and yes, you are still getting it for that saving of £8.99. But you can see there you've got sort of the shoes and the watch. Let's bring it closer. There we go. The aftershave bottle, that guitar and the headphones. So perfect for all ages. I mean, there's ones in here that I would send to my dad.
Yeah.
And then there's ones in here that I'd send to my nephew who's a teen as well.
There's so many really cool designs. I think it's quite a quirky collection.
Yes, yeah.
I know it was so popular when it was first sort of like launched as a full collection. So people will definitely be getting their hands on this now.
Definitely, and to have it in a craft pad as well.
Yeah.
So easy to store. Look at the foiling at the top of there. You've seen how they can be fussy cut. The camera again. Let's see if there's one more. Just stunning. And all the sort of the detail. Yeah. It always surprised me how we can make things look so 3D, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, that would make perfect card that Natalie's just made.
Yes,
you could cut that border off and do the same style of card as well. So go through them, have a look and see all of the different sort of styles of cards that you can make with these. And then you get your inserts as well, which are going to match perfectly. And again, they are called inserts, but there's no reason why you can't use them on the fronts of your card as well. And just those patterned inserts in the back there. So that is the Deluxe Craft Pad for the gents. 72 individual elements within there. You can see all of those sheets that you are going to get within there. Absolutely gorgeous. So we'll just have a look before we go back to Natalie for the last demonstration. Another one where those beer bottles have been fussy cut, and you can see turned into that stepper card.
This is nice.
I really like it. Yeah. How lovely is that? So sort of matching that cardstock with the record player on, and then the music themed topper on the top there, done as an easel card. Another one using the topper. How well does it work with that cardstock on the bottom? And because you get so many of the sort of the sentiments and the tags, you can use sort of more than one on a card and you will still have plenty.
This is cool as well.
This one has been made using the cardstock as a card blank, and again just trimming off. This was at the top here, so just trimming that off and then using that panel as the Z fold as well. Both of those sort of the beers toppers on there. This one with your poker, what do they call them, those?
Poker chips.
Chips, that's the one. and your playing cards on there. What does it say? Have a day fit for a king, and then top man on there. All the best with your garden themes there.
That's a nice layout, isn't it?
It's stunning, isn't it? I love how they've put that border strip along there, but then sort of put the topper over this part here, which has been fussy cut as well. And just that green patterned cardstock, isn't it?
Nice.
Really nice colours within there. This panel has been fussy cut out here, and then that topper frame placed underneath it, and then the topper on the top. And then lastly, a new chapter awaits.
Nice, that's cute.
With that globe and suitcase. Maybe somebody starting a new job or going travelling. So you could see there lots of different styles and sizes of cards used making this new Deluxe Craft Pad. But next up, all of this week, we are doing Build a Photo Album. So each day, somebody who is demonstrating, thank you, is going to make, it's almost like a scrapbook page, isn't it, or for a photo album, and you can add a photo to it. So this is the one that I made yesterday using that gorgeous balloon dog die set, and then we are going to give this away at the end of the week so somebody can add their own photos onto it. So we're going to go over to Natalie and see which one she's going to use.
I'm thinking Puppy Loves, because that was like quite... A lot of people had commented.
It was very popular, that was. And I think there'll be so many people who've got photographs of dogs, you know, that they've got.
Now this one is a very, very loved set, as you can tell. There's a lot of bits and pieces missing here that have been used. But we're going to go with this topper, I think. And I'm also going to use this cardstock because it matches really, really nicely with it. And then let me see if I can find or just any sort of page really. I might go with this one with the bones because then I can use them around it. And I think what we're going to do is bring some gold mirror in, so we've got like a base to work from. I think that's going to be really handy. So we're not going to go too crazy with this, but we are going to start kind of like have some elements of the toppers and then have some elements where you could add your own photographs as well. So starting off with our base, which is going to be our 8x8, and then I'm going to bring my cardstock in and we're going to trim that to, I'm going to go 8 1/4, 7 3/4, sorry, by 7 3/4. So we're going to get a nice gold edge, and then I'm going to fussy cut this bit off here. Now I'm going to use my scissors for this because this border is actually quite easy to trim out with the flowers and the leaves. It's quite a simple design, not too much sort of like intricate detail that you would need to use your craft knife to fussy cut away. So we can just go in and around these edges, and I want to layer this so I'm recreating that sort of like top and bottom border piece.
I think there's lots of cardstock where you can do this, isn't it, where there's the two opposite corners that have got the detail on, so it's nice to see how you can do it if you don't want to keep that A4 size, isn't it? To
be able to bring back the design of the cardstock for different sizes as well, because of course we're doing this square, but you could do it as like an A5 or a DL as well. And it just shows that if you're not confident with fussy cutting, you can always, with some of the more easier designs, you can always do it with your tape as well. So all the way across here, I'm going to stick that onto the very corner of that design, and then I'm going to just go in, stick this onto my mirror. So that is going to be the back section. I want to make sure that my love hearts are facing the right way, because there is a particular way that they should be on here. And then I'm going to take these frames. I'm going to use both of these here, but I'm actually going to use those as like photo frames, so you could put your pictures in them. So I'm going to mat and layer those onto some of this paper here, and then my toppers we're going to use like separate as well. So I think I'm going to do my photos that you could add in yourself. I might do that on there, and then let's see, we can put our little pooches on here.
That's such a good idea to use the topper frames as a sort of frame for the photos, isn't it?
And then what else have we got on here? We've got all of these little button toppers, so I can take some of these. We've got Your Perfect. You can have it in the middle of there. I've got Lots of Love as well. I'll try and think of a way that I can get all of
it, yeah.
these on. So I might take the other toppers off and do it like 4 and 4 maybe. So we've got those images. I can have my Lots of Love on here. I think these border strips as well, we might need to grab these while we can. Because we've got one of them that's got the woof woof on it, and then the other one has got the love hearts on it, which we've got in the background of this design too. So we can pop those out and make them like a feature across here. So we'll pop these bits out. I'm going to stick these on.
When are we announcing the winner of this, Jess? Friday?
Let's do a little bit
I'm going
of
to give it away in Friday's show. Yeah.
cutting into this one.
Okay, so the winner of the photo album layouts we'll announce on Friday, along with the winner of the trolley.
Or it might be Monday actually.
Was it-
Trolley.
is it?
Thinking 'cause it'll last over the weekend.
Oh, okay, Monday, yeah. So filled with all your crafty goodies. Do we get to choose something to go in it in a minute?
I kept thinking, Amy.
Yeah, but you know what I would do if I was alive. In fact, we had a lovely comment earlier from, I think it was Tracy. She won the show last week.
Oh, nice.
And she's had all of that delivered, which is lovely.
That's so nice. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I want to pop these on here so that you can see where the photo needs to go. But what I want to do is actually stick the frame onto here with foam pads so that you could like slide the photo in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that would look really cute, and I think these are the same size. So what I'm just going to do is just go around my frame here. If I was clever, I would have folded this over so I only needed to cut it once. But we can just trim that from down there, and then these are really easy to follow around. If you've got any of your scalloped nesting dies as well, I'm sure this design is very similar to one of our nesting dies. So I'm kind of sticking to the line, although you can go in just a tiny little bit more, and that will make sure that you're not going to see any of this like behind the frame. So just going around these bits, and this would be really cute of like photos of your pets. Maybe you're like going to gift this page to someone who looks after your pets for you during the week, or maybe like a family friend. So that is one. Didn't take too long, and then we'll do the next one. So really easy to cut through your inserts like this. And this is a great weight for inserts, and like Amy said, they don't always have to live on the inside of your designs. You can do a lot of fun things with them. You can stamp onto these because you'll be able to colour it in with your alcohol markers, with your pencils as well. They look really nicely. And of course they're going to go through your printers, so if you do want to be adding really nice verses to your cards and you can't find anything within your trim knee pads or your perfect verses or even your perfect poetry, then you can create your own designs. So let's just pop that out there, and then I'm going to take my 2 frames and I'm going to get my thinnest foam pads strips, and we're just going to go around the outside of here. So you want it to be about 3/4 not even 3/4, maybe a half. We might be all right with what we've got there, because you want to be able to slot your photograph into this space quite easily. So you want something where it's not going to fall out, but you've got enough room at the top that it's not going to sort of, it's going to be easy to pop that in. So once you've cut it, we can just make sure we are sticking that to where we need it to go. And then you've got that like little pouch there. Oh, you can't even see it. Got that little pouch there for your photo to go on.
You could even use your sort of your circle dies, couldn't you, to cut your photo. And then
so I'm going to pop this one at the top here. I'll do the same again with the next one, just lining that up to my shape. I'm going to go in.
I do like this idea. It's another style of crafting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Sort of memory keeping, scrapbooking.
So you want to pop that one. I'm going to do it just a little bit further down, just so you can still see it on there as well. And then your toppers can just fit in over here now. So with my, get some 4mm foam pad so you can see that those images still. I'm going to pop this one along there. This one I might tuck in ever so slightly onto this bit, so it just like sits behind there. So let's do that with our tape runner and just pop it under that bit a little bit.
They've got such character, haven't they, all of these
So
dogs?
cute. I'm going to go in with the You're Perfect. I think I might pop that just under there. So let me trim one of my 4mm so it sits at the right height. I'll just place that under this little guy. That can go on there, and then all of these little button toppers you can have come in. I'm going to have those two on here, and then this one can go on this side as well. And it's just such a great way of being able to use up all of these pieces that we have and we get with all of our kits. I've got some round, some circles somewhere because I've just been to get them.
And like you said earlier, that Deluxe Craft Pad has definitely been loved, hasn't it? It's
Yeah.
been used for many a demonstration, but
It
there's
is
still so
such
much in there.
A favourite as well.
Yeah.
It has been reprinted a number of times too. So lots of love on that one. We've got Be Mine, and we've also got the gorgeous Rose as well. Pop them on there, and then you can just pop in your little photographs into these little sections because they open up at the top for you to be able to do that. So just you can use your die or hand cut them into like little circles and just slide them in there.
I absolutely love that. Such a good way of using those topper frames.
Yeah.
But you can still use the toppers, as you can see.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not wasting anything there.
No.
And then obviously, we've not used the smaller frames from here, but you could use them as like a guide for your photos to cut around if you wanted to.
Oh, that's a
or
good
you
idea.
Keep them in your stash and use them with like little books and pocket pads.
Yeah. Or maybe some of the cardstock that you get in there if it's
Yeah.
got imagery on there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love that. So we will add that one to the one I made yesterday, and we'll give those away at the end of the week. Thank you. Loved all of those demos. Thank you for joining in with the Deluxe Craft Pads. Giveaway trolley. Add any product you like from today's show to the trolley.
What are you going to put in?
Oh, what went in this morning?
The ultimate collection for the craft wire.
The whole lot.
Yeah, I put the whole lot in yesterday as well.
Did you? What, the whole lot of what?
It was dogs. The Dapper Dogs Classic.
Put it all in.
The ultimate collection, yeah.
Oh.
What are you
Okay.
going to do, Amy?
I don't know. I mean,
No, you could choose 3 of your favourites, I reckon.
is Dan watching, do you think?
Oh no, he's
No.
too busy doing spreadsheets, isn't he?
That's
We've had
fine.
this discussion
Dan
at
just
dinner.
sticks to spreadsheets for the next couple of minutes. Can I put 3 in?
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to put the 3 that people talked about the most. So the nautical moments, the puppy love, and the golden oldies.
Nice.
They were really popular on the comments. So those 3 will be going into the trolley for somebody to win on Monday. So make sure you stay tuned for that. TV schedule, The Secret is out. Bex is at Hobby Maker today. She was on at 1 p.m. with our utterly amazing HunkydoryFest goodie bags,
Yeah.
which were, I mean, they opened about 3 or 4 on the show.
They did.
And there was not a duplicate in them.
No.
£50 worth of goodies within those. So make sure you catch Bex. She's on Hobby Maker again at 4 p.m. having another look at those goodie bags. Next up here on Hunky Dory TV, 2 shows again tomorrow, but we'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with the goodie bags.
With the goodie bags, me and Dan.
Dan and Natalie. I can't wait to see what Dan's got to wear. Well, I've seen it. It's worth a watch. Dan and Natalie will be here from 10 a.m. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Have a lovely rest of the day, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.